Yo, what's poppin'? Jacques Slade here, and today we're talking about sneakers of the summer, but not just any summer. This is a list of sneakers that you can buy today that will last you not only this summer, but next summer, the summer after that, and if you're still somehow managed to keep them clean, 10 summers from now. Actually, you don't have to worry about keeping them clean because they will be available next year and the year after that, and well, forever, because these are timeless sneakers, not sneakers that just might be having a moment right now, Vamaros, but could be off the shelves by 2024. So let's start things off with a sneaker that you might think goes against the idea of this list, but you'll soon see why it deserves a spot on here. Adidas Samba. Wait, I thought this was supposed to be a list of timeless sneakers, Jacques. Why are you starting with this sneaker that all of the blogs and the fashion outlets are declaring the it sneaker of late 2022 and now the it sneaker of summer 2023? Well, because the Samba has been it for longer than the past 7 months. Yes, it is having a moment thanks to a recent trend of cool kids wearing them to pair up with soccer jerseys they found at the thrift store, but the Samba's legacy goes back all the way to the 1950s. The design of the Samba back then was a little different than what we're used to seeing now, but to have that longevity, well, that speaks volumes. And the Samba is quite versatile as a silhouette. It's a GR that you can buy right now, but it can also be the canvas for a high-profile collab, like the recent release that combined the Samba with the magic touch of Ronnie Fieg's Kith brand with the classic crepe sole of Clark's. To totally botch Brian Fantana's iconic line in Anchorman, 100% of the time, it works every time. Nike Air Max 90. We stand the Air Max 90 around these parts, man. Nike has a chokehold on sneakers from the summertime, so narrowing it down to just one was not an easy task. Well, except for the part where we disqualified dunks right away because we are determined to bring up dunks on this channel only when necessary and when we have to let you know if there's another pan to restock. Instead, we're going to talk about the Air Max 90, available in near limitless variety of colorways and variants like the Futura or the Terrascape. You actually have to try to find an Air Max 90 that's not for you. And you'll probably fail miserably because there is always an Air Max 90 for you. Just like the Samba, the best part of the Air Max 90 is that it can reliably heat up for Nike at any time. You can find a fresh new pair just about anywhere, or if you want to do a little digging, the OG Infrared can be yours at a relatively affordable price. But when Nike needs an Air Max for a collab with Dornbecker's Children's Hospital or a game changer with the late Virgil Abloh, the 90 never fails. Saucony Shadow 5000. Released a year before the Air Max 90, the Saucony Shadow 5000 was a performance beast in 1989. Today, it's a lifestyle staple for the brand. It makes sense why. A multi-layered upper that can be leather, mesh, nylon, suede, or a combination of all four gives Saucony a chance to really craft the 5000 into literally anything they can imagine. And they're a comfy ride too, which makes sense when you're trying to get on this list. A quick scan of the 5000s online reveals a plethora of colorways of the GR and premium collab variety, and they're available at reasonable prices. Every once in a while, we'll see the 5000s profile rise thanks to a collab like the Food Fight, but even without them, you can pick up a pair right now in a sedated or wild colorway, and you're bound to get the sneakerhead who knows there's more to the game than just your Jordans and Dunks. New Balance 990s. So are we talking about the first New Balance 990 that dropped in 1982 or the various iterations that have come since? Yes, as in, yeah, we're talking about all of them, obviously. Look, I know the reputation that New Balance has to those who don't get it. I recently had a conversation with a non-sneakerhead friend of mine who says they can't wear New Balances because their significant other thinks that all New Balance sneakers are dad shoes. And let's be honest, the wider sneaker culture that expanded into the casual realm used to think that as well. But the recent adaptation of the 550 has opened up the eyes of a lot of fans, and now they are trying what else New Balance has in their archives. Shout out to newer silhouettes that evoke the classics like the 9060 and the 5740, but the gems of the brand are the 990s from 1982's V1 to 2022's V6. A little pricey compared to the other sneakers on this list, the 990s do provide a lot of bang for your buck with the instantly comfy ride that makes you wonder why you haven't been wearing New Balances all your life. Asics Gel Kayanos, but mostly the 14. If you're keeping track, the Asics Gel Kayano recently released its 30th edition this year. First of all, props to them for keeping that numbering alive. I mean, Nike gave up on that decades ago with Air Max, and Adidas is opting for a yearly approach with their Ultra Boost. But the Gel Kayano is a favorite in the running world, in particular the 14th entry. The Gel Kayano 14 was a monumental shoe, not only because it was the first to be designed by someone other than legendary Toshikazu Kayano, but it also won Runner's World Shoe of the Year in 2008. So the 14 already had a fan base going as far back as the late 2000s. But recently, Asics brought back the 14 in a variety of lifestyle-ready colorways, and will be teaming up with the likes of Kith, Jound, I know it's just Jound, but I like saying it like that, and Unaffected to appeal to a wider audience. Considering the hype it got Asics in 2022 and now into 2023, I'd say mission accomplished. Puma GV Special. If you paid attention to the discourse of Pharrell's first Louis Vuitton show, there's a chance you may have seen Puma trending alongside the event. That's because the luxury brand revealed a sneaker that bears more than a striking resemblance to the Puma GV Special, a classic that spans multiple decades and peaks in popularity. It was named after Argentinian tennis icon Guillermo Vilas, who won 4 majors during his flashy career. Introduced in the early 80s, the GV Special stood out with its chunky midsole and perforated toe box. That doesn't sound like much by today's standards, but the GV stands today as a constant in the Puma rotation and always feels like one celebrity wearer or one feature on GQ away from climbing back into the public consciousness. So, if you see people wearing these a little more this summer, you might want to thank Skateboard P and Louis Vuitton. Converse Chuck 70. Wait, $90 for a pair of Chucks? This inflation thing has now officially gone too far. What are they gonna do next? Raise the price of the $5 Costco chicken? Wow. Anyways, Converse justifies the price increase in the Chuck 70 because of the higher quality materials used. And while I will always cringe at a pair of Chucks that cost more than a tank of gas, the upgrades are welcome. Sturdier materials, cushy foam insole, extra stability, shiny varnished midsole. It's an objectively better sneaker. Doesn't mean you can't stick with the classic Chucks, which you can still buy for less, but the Chuck 70 is worth the price bump. Vans SlipOn. Other than Chucks, no sneaker epitomizes the timeless quality that this list is going for more than Vans. Let's see. Old school? Yeah. Skate high? Yeah. Slip-on? Yeah. Okay, let's go with the slip-on for this list. Like the Chucks, the slip-ons are effortless in how you put them on, in the way they just blend in with whatever you're wearing and how little you have to really care for them. And that's what makes the slip-on a great summertime shoe. It's supposed to be the season to chill out and not take things too seriously. And if you don't want to be like every other person who wears the classic checkerboard or black and white slip-ons, Vans has them in a variety of colors and patterns, and also different collabs that can fit you best. Adidas Yeezy 350 V2. Is it too early to call these timeless, considering that they are less than a decade old and there's a very real chance we have seen the last of Kanye West's branded versions of this release? The answer is a hard yes. However, you can count on seeing Yeezy 350s anywhere you can go for the foreseeable future. At the same time, you can bet that Adidas will try to re-release them without Yeezy branding at some point. My uneducated guess is that it will drive the value of Kanye branded Yeezys through the roof, while the non-Yeezy Yeezys will sell quite nicely for Adidas. Why? Because there's still a lot of people who are not terminally online who will see 350s in stores and buy them unaware of the lack of Kanye branding. Air Jordan 11 Low. Look, I get it, there's no way you can call the Air Jordan 11 timeless and readily available now, but why not? I might not be able to find it online, but if I were to go to a brick and mortar store right now, I could probably find a pair of the recently released cement gray colorway. If you can't break away from the hype cycle and you need to have a pair of J's for your summertime rotation, the Jordan 11 Lows are the way to go. I'm putting this on the list as a form of concession and because I don't want to make it too easy and just say the Jordan 1 Lows. All right, that's gonna do it for the countdown. Let us know in the comments what other summertime kicks you consider timeless. As always, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'm Jacques Slade, and I'll see you next time. Peace.